Yeah, I was curious what this little bioelectric Hulda Clark style zapper puts out for voltage, and I could tell it actually puts out a lot of volts. I can actually tell, and it's a matter of I wanted to measure how much it was going to be. So I know it's at 100% positive offset. So I just put it on 464 hertz, and I adjusted the screen basically so you could see. This would actually be the 0 point. It would be up here, but I wanted to really accurately measure. But it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 10 volts, and it goes up about 3 more volts past that. It's actually putting out about 13 volts. So this thing takes two 9-volt batteries, but it actually has a hell of a lot more penetration in it. Most of this, well, any of them, I think, any of the standard Hulda Clark zappers, because they're typically from maybe 5.5 volts to maybe a max of 10 volts. So this thing, actually, he advertises it as 12 volts, but I'm coming up with 13. But I actually have 9.6 volt rechargeable batteries in it, but I've been using it for some hours. It probably would have been even putting out a little bit more some hours ago. So this thing really kicks, So if you really want a good Hulda Clark style zapper, this is the one to get, because this actually takes two 9-volt batteries in the back. You got to unscrew the back, you got to change them out, but I use the 9.6 volt rechargeable batteries because you can charge them up to about 11 volts. But even if you have the standard Duracells in it, it puts out about 12. But with these heavy duty rechargeable batteries that are 9.6 volts instead of the standard 8.4 volts, and like I said, this would actually be zeroed out like this. And the reason I did this, I know it's 100% positive offset, so this would be the 0 line. But I just wanted to get an accurate measurement on this analog. So it's like you got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 volts. Getting pretty close to the 15 volt line. I'd say that's about 13 to 13.5 volts. So that is about a good 30% higher than the second best Hulda Clark zapper output. So that's a good, that's one thing that you really need is the penetration. Now, if you put it on at 30,000 volts, 30,300 hertz, you actually will not feel anything. But at 464, you can actually feel this thing kicking in pretty hard. It's pretty surprising. So. But I was just looking at the wave it makes, and so that'd be at 30,000. So I was looking, it really kicks out a lot. It really kicks out a lot. So it's actually seeing is believing it, because I could feel the difference. I have another standard Hulda Clark zapper, and I could feel the difference between the bioelectric zapper and the other one. But now when I'm measuring it, it looks like it's kicking out. Now, like I said, I'm using 9.6 volt rechargeable batteries. If you use standard Duracells, it'll probably put out about 12. But with these 9.6 volt rechargeable batteries, and I haven't seen any problem with using it. I've been using this thing for years. It puts out a little over 13 volts. I'd say about 13.5 volts. So that's pretty damn good for a zapper. You get good penetration with it. And that's usually the limiting factors. Like a lot of times when some of these zappers only put out about 5 to 7 volts, or maybe 8 volts or something, this thing's putting out, I don't know, well, like I said, with these better batteries, it puts out about 13.5. With standard batteries, it puts out about 12. So that's a good consideration. If you're looking for a zapper, that confirms it. So, just counting up the increments, I got it on the 2 volt increment setting. It really packs a good wallop. But when you're setting it at this 30,000 hertz, you still don't feel a thing. You don't feel anything at all. But it has an indication light up here to tell you that it's making connection through the body. So you got it hooked up right.